Welcome back to the 2022 Twin Cities Film Fest Red Carpet. It's opening night, and I would have been absolutely remiss if I didn't chase down my good friend, amazing storyteller. And when we do what we're doing tonight, Georgia, it's amazing and it's so in alignment with what you do. So everyone, please welcome Georgia Fort. So Georgia, you are going to be doing the Q&A after our opening night film, Till. And from what I understand, you volunteered for this after hearing the story of what they do.
Oh, absolutely. The family is very dear to me, and I, first of all, just want to show gratitude for their decades long fight for justice because that fight is still going on today.
Absolutely. And so, what you do so deftly is continue to tell stories that our prevailing culture would like to forget.
Yeah, that's right. And, as we prepare for the opening of Till tonight, I can't help but think about the role that the media played in helping Mamie Till fight for justice for her son because she was told by white folks from Mississippi to not open up the box that her son's body was sent in, and she was courageous enough to go against that. And when she saw how horrendously he had been beaten, she made a decision to ask a photographer who worked for, I believe it was Jet Magazine at the time, to come and photograph his body and publish that. And so we were able to see, even back then, how the media could be a tool to help usher justice for black people in America.
And you have helped build media into neighborhoods and into communities that were being left as basically a media desert and telling those kind of stories at sometimes at the risk of your own safety. And so I appreciate so much of what you do, but why is that and continuing to tell those stories important to you, Georgia?
Well, first of all, you have paved the way for women like me to do what I do. And so I continue to do the work because I feel like it's my responsibility. And I have seen in situations where stories have not been covered correctly in mainstream media and how damaging and harmful that can be to communities of color. And so when we look at what has happened in the Twin Cities area in the last few years, we know firsthand, most of us, that the narratives that were portrayed in national mainstream media were very different than the lived experiences that we were having here on the ground. And so as we move forward in this fight for change and for making America more equitable for all people, the media will continue to be a very, very vital piece of it. Journalism is critical to our democracy. And I think for me, yes, I do the work one story at a time, but there has to be a transformation within the industry-wide transformation from our news, newspapers, digital publications, and even our films.
And I know you are taking small steps that eventually will become large ones as you continue to build your network. And so let's tell everybody how they can continue to support you and follow you.
Well, we're really excited that we're launching a TV show in February on the CW, and so folks can head over to my website, georgiafort.com, to learn more about it. But that, I think, is going to become a pillar for our stories. And we have to, as we imagine transforming the way stories are told and the way that we get information, we have to invest in the infrastructures that are being created to do something different. And so I always ask folks who are able to just learn about it, head over to the website, georgiafort.com. If you're able to contribute, you can do that. Or you can just read and share online. That's support too.
Well, Georgia, it's always my favorite to see you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I'm so glad that you are still out there. And I know sometimes the struggle is real, but you make it look easy. So thank you so much. So I appreciate you. So we'll see you in there. So everyone, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Georgia. We'll see you back here on the 2022 Twin Cities Film Fest red carpet. Of course, I love you. I'll see you. Enjoy the Q&A.